think we're about ready to start. I think I'm live. I'm not sure. I'm not getting the... Just waiting through. Hi, guys. I'm just going to give it a couple of minutes. I think people are starting to come in. Just give them 2 or 3 minutes for people to come on board. And then we will start today with a brilliant masterclass. At least I think it's a brilliant masterclass training. And I hope you're going to learn so much. I'll just wait until a few more people come on board. And then we will kick off straight away. Hope everyone's okay. Hi, Kingsley, you're live and you're looking forward to the training. Excellent, Kingsley. Thank you so much for those wonderful, kind, supportive words. And, you know, talking of supportive, I hope that today I'm going to provide a supportive presentation to all these people who are turning up. I've got, I was expecting a number of, in the hundreds. I think we've got about 30 attendees coming through at the moment. At least that's what my stats are telling me. So as I said, I'll just give it, it's 1 minute past. I'm going to give it till about 3 minutes past the hour so that our friends all over the world can log in. I'm just going to make sure that no one is trying to get into where we're at the moment. Okay, so I can see Helen. Hello, Helen Tor from Ireland. Julia, hello. Kingsley, hello. I don't know who environmental101@gmail.com. Hello, guys. I hope you're well. Marilyn McLaughlin, hi. And then Julia, hi, Julia. Let's give it a couple more minutes. I don't want anyone to miss anything. Even from the start, I go off and I leave the gates like a Formula One racing driver when those 5 red lights go out. So I want to make sure that people get everything from the beginning. I will, of course, edit this little bit out later on when we get when we get going. So I'll just going to go. I mean, this computer's saying that there's 80 people on board, but I can only see about 15 names. So I'm trusting Zoom is doing its business. Right. I think B's just joined. So 1 more minute. I'll give 1 more minute, and then we'll kick off. I like to do these things live, you see, rather than recorded. So hopefully you can tell that this is certainly not recorded. At a few minutes past 7 p.m. UK time, a few minutes past 2 p.m. Eastern time in the great old USA. So you can tell that this is live, and I'm certainly not. I don't like doing evergreen webinars. I think they're a bit of a cheat. I think people like to just enjoy and get into a discussion. Right, but anyway, look, I'm gonna Marilyn, my internet is acting up. I hope you can stay with me as well, Marilyn. Please, I've got so much to teach, so much to give to for you guys. Right, I'm going to start sharing the. I'm going to share my screen, and what I'll do is you're going to see my video up in the top right-hand corner of the screen. When the learning gets a little bit intense, perhaps, what I'll do is I'll close down my video screen. 1, to save bandwidth, but also because I really want you to think on the content rather than looking at my gorgeous face. Okay, right, we're gonna kick off now. So I'm going to share my screen, and I think I'm ready to share. Okay. Well, guys, you know, you're here. And that's me in the right-hand corner. You know, I've seen some fantastic success in my life, and then I've fallen from grace. However, I found it again. And that's what my story is about today, actually, about how I find success and how financial success is not that difficult. I know you might be thinking, wow, it is difficult, Nick. But actually, once you've got the process, the finance thing is not that difficult. The difficult thing is making sure that you've got those other bits that go with the financial success. You know, finance is just one pillar of this presentation. There's three, and I'm going to go into all three. And I found that I required to go into all three to find out what was going on. So anyway, guys, please make sure you deserve this transformation. So I want you to focus. I want you to switch off all your browsers. Tell the kids to stop killing themselves no matter how old they are. And let's get some focus and let's get moving away. So I'm Nick Matthews. And as you can see, in my younger days, a long, long time ago, I was fortunate enough to fly in air defense jet fighters. And my goodness, what a fantastic time that was. After I left the Air Force after 23 years, I studied as a clinical psychologist. And over a number of years, I built from scratch several multi-income, six-figure multi-income streams. And I want to show you how I did that today. So I hope you stay on board. Okay, well, who am I? Well, actually, I've just told you. What is important, though, is that I'm going to take you through what I consider a secret sauce. Is that a word to use? A secret? It's something that I found was absolutely necessary to maintain sustainable financial success, and that was around. Well, I'm going to go through it. I'm going to go through with you. What I can say is at my clinic, I've worked with well over 1,000 individuals with it as individuals, couples, and teams. And I've been perhaps where you are now. I've walked in your shoes. So hopefully you're going to get that information from me to show that this stuff can work, and it's going to be of value to you. So, as I said, when it gets down to these detail slides, I'm going to switch my little video off so you don't have to watch me. But today there's three things, three pillars, and these are to understand what it takes to have a great life and reprogram your mind for success. You know, people talk about reprogram, rewrite. You know, I'm a clinical psychologist. I've delved into this to the nth. And what I found is that using neurofeedback training and assessment is really the only way that you can reprogram your value belief system. And I've done this with pro sports people, special forces, and with some very successful business owners. You know, the second pillar is to build that infrastructure, that process that can give you multiple six-figure income streams that operate 24/7 from anywhere in the world. You know, the middle of a forest, a cave, on a mountainside or on a beach, as long as you've got internet access, you can give yourself that financial freedom lifestyle and build that legacy for your children and your children's children. And if you haven't got any children or children's children on the way, perhaps your family or extended friends. Now, what I found also is key is that we must master our personal emotions and relationships to develop that personal excellence, that military grit, and the ability to push through hard times to solve difficult, very difficult problems. So imagine if you could learn from this webinar how to live out your true purpose and have the adventure of a lifetime. Be in perfect alignment with what you want and need in your life. You know, have no limit on how much you can earn. And I can vouch definitely there. Or, you know, can you imagine getting a mentor with real experience who will work with you until you get the success that you long for? You know, you're definitely in the wrong place if you don't have the drive or commitment to ensure that you've got the best life possible for yourself and your family. You know, if you're going to complain about life being tough, but not prepared to do anything about it, this is the wrong place. And if you can't stay the course or you keep flitting on to the next shiny thing. It's not for you. But there's a big opportunity. And why do you think that is? Well, actually, because your reality doesn't exist. You know, you've probably heard this time and time again, but I'm going to go and show you the science behind it. You know, what you have today, you have attracted by becoming the person you are today. If you want more, you must learn to change your reality. You know, to join the elite, there is no better time in your history than right now to live your passion and make an impressive income doing it. You know, sometimes people think about living the dream, and it has been suppressed except for the elite few, the few with the knowledge. Well, actually, now is your opportunity to realize your dreams. And I'm going to take you through that in this presentation, in this masterclass. So what if life wasn't about paying bills, working for a weekend, and then dying? You know, hey guys, what would that be like? Excuse me. You see, the majority of people lack belief. They've given up on their goals and dreams and replaced it with a normal standard life. Their world's passed by them. You know, people worry about making ends meet and having to make up the cash for when they go on holiday or for something nice. You know, do you feel a prisoner to the life that you have created? What I've learned in life is that you must consider 3 elements or 3 pillars in sequence to deliver lasting success. You know, the first time round, I made lots of money, but as I said, I ended up in an extremely painful divorce. I was in a hospital with serious medical issues, not once, but several times. I was at the bottom. I was in the gutter. I was sleeping on friends' floors and on the street for 2 nights. I was not happy. However, you know, I'm now in this position. I wear the top hat at Ascot. I've got the most gorgeous wife and the gorgeous daughter that I never dreamt I could have through my own training, through the 3 pillars. You know, and my gift to you is this is a unique opportunity for you to work with me. And if you stay to the end, you're going to get the opportunity of a free coaching session with me. And I'll give you the details later. But one thing, more than anything, that you must take away from this training is with the right guide and the right process, you can lead the life you want instead of your present life leading you. You know, there are 5 essential steps to success. And, you know, we're going to start off with fundamentals and neurofeedback. You know, neurofeedback brain training is the secret sauce. No one else is using it in this way. I've used it for about 30 years. I used it in the Air Force. I've used it with special forces. I've used it with pro people. And I've developed a system where it can work with just everyday people. You know, the other pillar is a 6-figure multiple income streams that can operate from anywhere in the world 24/7. And to sustain all this, we need to understand our own needs and those of others that bring clarity into relationships. So 3 pillars, well, actually, it's a 3D approach. And I look at wealth, I look at the neurology, and I look at neural feedback around emotional, relationship, and personality. And the sweet spot in the middle is the success quotient. If you do all of this, the algorithm works. You know, I was an engineer in the Air Force and I did fly. And, you know, algorithms are so important. So step 1, the journey. You know, to change your reality, you must change your neurology. And neurofeedback training is, I'll refer to the secret sauce. Let me know if you agree with it. You know, you need that to develop the operational process to deliver those 6-figure income streams to operate anywhere you want in the world. So I've developed this process over the past 30 years, and the results from thousands of people around the world have proven to be so accurate. It's unbelievable, but we can determine a baseline position of what needs to be done to get and maintain success in whatever that way it is for you. So the why, well, actually the why for step 1 is to understand why you are who you are and why you have got what you have. Because this baselines your present position, identifies what you must do to get what you want. You know, it's a unique and proven step critical to all three pillars: financial, relationship, and overall life success. And no one else in the world is using this. I've trademarked it, you know, which is why people, the majority of people, don't get that success that they're looking for. You know, we need to first assess where you are in life. And so we establish your baseline position in three areas. And we explore what an extraordinary life is for you. We measure progress and we measure the direction of progress. And to do that, we look at neurofeedback in three different areas. We need to look at internal awareness, external awareness, relationship behaviors and maturity, and the personality type, because these five things all mixed in. It's a bit like a chef. It's a bit like a Michelin chef making a fantastic meal. If you miss one bit out, it's just not going to work. And I've learned the hard way, and I want you to learn the easy way of doing this. You know, the neurofeedback assessments lets you baseline your position, and it lets you develop improvement plans, because every assessment comes with a different analysis, because we are unique, but it comes with an improvement plan to start the first stage. And the first stage is to get ready for that financial success, for that 6-figure multiple income streams. So, do you understand that who you are is getting what you have got? That's life, that's it. Because you are who you are, you've got what you've got. You know, are you prepared to take an honest look at your current life and where you want to take it? And are you prepared to rewrite your neurology? Interesting question. If you had a blank sheet of paper with no limitations, what would you change? And I tell you what, that's not easy. When I work one-to-one with people, that is possibly the biggest hurdle, the biggest obstacle, because the people keep thinking, well, I'd like to, but no such thing as but. We start from a blank sheet of paper. Okay, neurological change. After we've done the neurofeedback assessment and we know where our baseline is, it's time to put in place what I call the psychological filters or bias to develop that success mind going through. You see, when you understand how your thoughts have created your present reality, we can construct a reality that will work for you, you know, and we're going to reset the psychological filters or psychological bias, and that becomes just a natural progression of moving forward. So we're going to go into detail again, so I'm going to move my little screen and video down a bit. You know, what you perceive and what you do to that perception through your neurological filters or bias is all part of your subconscious. And to achieve what you want from life, you must learn to change at the subconscious level. You know, values and beliefs operate here at the subconscious level, and much of our behavior and success has been determined by these processes. You know, from birth, your brain is filled with billions upon billions of neural links. You know, these are actual physical electrical pathways that push information around your body and decide the messages that are coming from your value belief system. You know, some of these are negative, some are positive. Well, my aim is to remove as much of the negative as possible and replace it with the right positive links and the following and supportive chemicals. You know, your body receives millions of bits of information per second through your 5 senses: sight, hearing, feeling, smell, and taste. And, you know, the big thing is, guys, we generalize and distort this information through our bias filters and ignore what is outside our perception, what is outside our reality. You know, it was a great Winston Churchill once said that people step over opportunities, great opportunities every day as if they weren't there, because they've filtered out those opportunities from their way of thinking. You know, your brain is unique. Everyone's got one, but everyone is completely unique. And, you know, your brain acts like artificial intelligence. It learns from your emotions. It learns from your actions to events. And if something in your past life has upset you or it's caused a negative thought, your brain will try and keep you away from it. It stops you from developing. You know, it's trying to help you and do what it thinks is the best for you. What we've got to do is to teach this artificial intelligence of your brain that actually you want something else. So by developing and growing these positive neural links, what we can do is establish more and more of these brain chemicals, serotonin, dopamine, oxytocin, and these endorphins that go with it to support your new way of thinking. It's a very, very scientific approach. You know, I'm not just going to say do affirmations, do this. Whilst they're good in their own, we've got to follow a set process. Okay, as I mentioned, you know, my training uses a unique neurofeedback principles of neuroplasticity. And we don't just change your values or your beliefs. What we look at within the program, what we can do through neurofeedback assessment and training, we can look at any underlying blocks or issues that have been causing you problems in the past. And, you know, many programs and many trainings don't actually address these critical elements. You know, to better support your success, as I mentioned, we'll look at any underlying blocks, dysfunctions that might be making your thinking, your artificial intelligence within your brain to go within a particular way. And to do this, I use a very deep relaxation technique because that's the best way to make root changes to your subconscious. As I said, and as I keep saying, you know, all changes take place at the subconscious. Okay, so just to follow up, can you relate to some of these scenarios, some of the things? Can you see the logic of what I'm saying? You know, do you think your mind could be hijacking your potential? And, you know, and now that you know what you know, have an idea where this could take you, and staying the same, you know, is not really an option. You know, you've got this opportunity to move forward, and I really want you to benefit from this, from this training that I'm giving you at this moment in time. So in step 3, we go straight into the meat, which is to deliver 6-figure multiple income streams that you can operate from a cave, inside a forest, on a beach, up the top of Mount Everest if you want. That's up to you. Everyone's different. You know, financial freedom to me is having the resources to do what you want, where you want, and how you want. It's not about working for someone else. It's taking control. And I'm going to show you how I did this several times. You know, I was broken as well as broke. You know, it was easier to move away from the pain than it was. However, I reconsidered where I was, and I put things back into context, particularly around the neurofeedback. You know, I was allowing things to impact on my life. I was fed up working for others. I tried the quick fix, and I'd spent tens of thousands on courses, and they didn't give me the how. They showed me the what and the why, but they really didn't give me the detail. And that's what I'm hoping to give to you guys today. So this is my model. This is my blueprint model. And, you know, it's probably a standard funnel that people may have seen before. And it starts off with getting people into the funnel with ads towards what I call a freebie. We then automate, we do some warm-up videos, we get into a webinar or a masterclass, and then we send people to a sales page. You know, for years, I made lots of money using Facebook ads, but I was always told that you should use, you know, 2-3 line punchy comments with an ad to direct people to a product, and use lots of emojis. What I've learned is what works is, and do you know what works for me within the different ads, the story ads, the direct ads, the teach ads, is people are interested in stories and emotion and will connect to that. And my best ad using Facebook is a 2-page ad that people really connect to. So my advice to you guys, if you're going into writing and putting together a particular funnel, you know, use longer ads. Story ads work. Everyone's got a story. And it works. The rest of it is just a fundamental funnel, which, marketers can use. And I'm going to go into a little bit more detail, because what I have learned over the past 12 months as well is the old way, the way I've been using it in the majority, is Facebook ads, very expensive, high competition, and it's very difficult to scale. And in some ways, that's the same using Google ads and the same using organic posts. And, because I'm so cutting edge in what I've learned, the new way. Did you know, and I'm not sure if any of you are doing the advertising or the marketing bit, but I've recently done a course myself, and it offers you detail about what you can do, but it always misses off the marketing perspective, which is the key. The marketing and sales bit is the key. And YouTube video ads, as you can see, it's a similar sort of funnel. With YouTube ads, you get 30 seconds of free advertising on hundreds of thousands of videos. It's amazing. It's something you got to check out for yourself. And I'm going to go into a little bit more detail today. What I'm saying is YouTube ads they're the new Bitcoin. And if you're going to be trying doing any marketing on anything, this is the way I would advise you, and this is the way I help my students. Okay, now the next thing, really it's a similar funnel to what I was using for Facebook ads, but the key is in the bottom, omnipresent. My goodness, it sounds like something out of Star Trek. Omnipresent is the fundamental denominator for getting people to know, trust, and like you, because omnipresent is you're using every particular method available to you to get your picture, your video, your post, your blog in front of people. And as you build up that omnipresence, you start to get people coming in more and more interested in what you're doing. So omnipresent is the big thing. Right, now 6 figures. I've made my 6-figure multiple income streams from course creation. I'm a published author. I mentioned when I was using short, punchy ads on Facebook, I was making probably 2 to 1, sometimes 3 to 1. So for every $1 that I spent, I was making $3 back, which was great. However, I found up with experience where I can now make $10 or $20 for a $1 spend. But anyway, if you're interested in setting up an online store, that's what I teach, and that's what I go through. Affiliate marketing. Why need a product? You don't need a product. You don't even need a website. All you need is a funnel. And, that's something that you need to research and think about yourself. Social media. I've got 1.5 million people following me, and I make money, lots of money from Facebook for letting them advertise on my videos, which I push on my site. And it's very lucrative. It works 24/7. The other one is social influencing. Some people, particularly now, Instagram's the key, or it's starting to become TikTok as a platform for helping people push out and get people to get manufacturers, product owners to sponsor you, to sponsor their particular product. So these are the 6 tools, the 6 key areas that I would recommend that you need to start looking at in more detail. The marketing and the sales are practically the same for each one. The key is making sure you understand your niche, i.e. your market, and who your avatar or customer is. The best way to find what niche that you should be in. You might have a passion, and passion kills everything. So if you haven't got a passion, the best way, go on to Amazon, go on the top 100 New York Times best non-fiction selling books. And those books are selling. They're selling for a reason. They're selling because people want it. And you'll see things on personal development. You'll see things on financial development. You'll see things on weight loss. You'll see things on not just weight loss, but fitness. And when you go into the top selling books, those that are selling 20, 30,000 copies, and you look into 2 or 3 pages in, you will find the pain point of the people that they're selling to. So this information is critical to you so that you can better understand what people want, and perhaps more importantly, why they want what they want. Excuse, guys. Another way is, sorry, I'm just so passionate about helping people. Another way, look on top magazine sites. So type into Google top magazines, and you will see on the front, but you'll get about 10 or 20 top selling magazines in the US, in Europe, Australia, Canada, New Zealand, UK. And what you'll get is the front page story, or the main story is the up-to-minute pain point that people are interested in addressing. So we're getting more and more data, which helps us with our 6 key areas that we want to grow into 6-figure multiple income streams. Again, it's not magic. There's a process. Follow the process, follow the process. And this is why I think it's so important. This is the how. This is the detailed how, not just learning how to create a course and understand how you put a course together. It's the marketing, it's the selling that's critical. Otherwise, it just doesn't work. So, a couple of questions for you. Do you have the income levels you want at the moment? Are you working too hard for too little? So many people are telling me that. From 1 to 10, how much do you want more? And I bet you it's at least a 7. A majority will be 11. And what would it mean to your family to substantially increase your income? Okay. It's funny this, we've done the neurology, and we've done the neurological change and the 6-figure income streams and the finance. Now we're moving on to relationships. This is where it gets really technical. So again, I'm going to close my little video down so I don't get any distraction from you. But look, developing fantastic relationships and communication skills are so, so important. And I'm going to go through and I'm going to tell you why now. Okay. Good relationships, family, friends, neighbors, business owners, clients, customers, you need empathy of awareness and empathy of listening. And without these skills at a high level, you're not going to be happy. I guarantee, because I know, and I've learned the hard way. So an example, listening and speaking are basic methods of communication, that we use today. And when used well, you have fantastic relationships. But when you use them without thinking, these can create so much hurt and destruction. My clinic, when I'm working with couples, the most common complaint I hear is they're not listening to me. And this, in my experience, creates separation, misunderstanding, and mistrust. When they work through these communication skills I'm going to teach you now, things become better, lives improve. Our relationships elicit different responses in ourselves that help us to grow and learn about ourselves, and often form what I call the glue that holds us together during times of stress or challenge. And without relationships, we would experience a lack of communication to our true selves, our hidden selves. And everyone's unique and has their own needs. And when it comes to relationships, handling stress and living a healthy, meaning life is so, so important. Relationships are usually our mirrors, showing us ways we need to change and become better in our relationships and communications. Think about that one for a second. In romantic relationships, we feel whole, loved, and valued, and have a sense of being. However, the road is often not that easy. It's fraught with fear, with disappointment, and with pain. And this is the key. This is the meat of this particular section of the training. Many people have a false notion that having a relationship with someone will spice up their life and bring about happiness and provide perhaps security, financial, emotional security. And often we look at aspects of our relationships from our partner that are missing in our own lives. Things that we might have suppressed due to childhood pain. And we are subconsciously looking for our partner to deliver to and for us. The term opposites attract often reflects this very issue. The opposite features we find attractive in our prospective partners are actually often the issues that we are missing in our own lives. If you break this down, our subconscious is measuring the success of our relationships based on how we expect our partner to deliver for us in the void that we have not yet delivered for ourselves. This is intense pressure to put on a relationship. If you really consider the added complication that each partner is running their own hidden fears subconsciously and judging the relationships on their own view of how it meets with their hidden demands and requirements. It's not difficult to see how many relationships that might start off well and intense appear to get into difficulties. Before you can define what you want from a relationship with someone else, you must first understand and define the relationship that you currently have with yourself and whether that is serving you well. If you don't learn to love yourself, then you will be looking for the missing pieces from another and passing the responsibility for their achievement and your subsequent happiness to someone else. And that never ends well. How can another person know what you want, how you feel, and what you deserve in life? The only person qualified to do that through experience and access to all the information is you. And you need to analyze where you are, why you are, and what you want out of life to be truly happy in a relationship. When we're not looking to fill our own voids by using someone else, and we take ownership, we can enter into a relationship from a position of happiness and confidence. The reverse is true. We must understand, as must our partner, that they are responsible for their own well-being. This is not a responsibility they can abdicate. The same works in business. The same works with clients, with your kids. It works with colleagues. It's all the same. I'm not just talking about one-to-one relationships here. And the worst thing is when we defend, consider engaging in an argument, then we leave our own space of self and enter into their territory. And once we do this, we are not allowing the other to take responsibility for their own life. Hey, this is big. This is big, guys. And I'm not sure if you've been through it, but it is so essential to life success. So once you understand this, you can understand why you respond to given situations, perhaps in the way they do. And the issue is, again, these are all acted out at the subconscious level, and they're automatic responses, which is why I'll take you back to the beginning, which is why we do the neurological assessments and analysis, and which was why we spend so much time on the neurology before we go to the finance. As I've said, the finance thing is I consider simple step-by-step process. We've got to get our heads in the right place to do this. So can you guys relate to what I've been seeing in your life? And can you understand what you need to do to get these fantastic relationships going forward? And imagine, how would your success be improved if you could follow the training that I'm giving you at the moment? And what would that mean for you, family and friends? Okay, so my unique proposition is that I give people the secret source of neurological success. I then teach them how to create multiple six-figure online businesses and create outstanding relationships. There's no other training or courses that you go to that will give you this complete holistic approach. And that's why a lot of people are average. Yeah, they might be happy, but they don't get real happiness and financial success. Before we move on to questions and answers, though, let me show you what's possible. So as I've said, 3 pillars: find your purpose, build the finance, and build those relationships and communication skills. You know, the Breakthrough School, which I've set up and you might be interested in, it's 9 modules, 51 videos, and it goes through everything that you need to move from where you are to where you want to be. And in the school, I cover, you know, I use videos, exercises, audio, meditation sessions. I'm pretty good at doing that, actually. We offer 365-day support, private groups, and weekly online masterclass and Q&A sessions. Sorry, guys, I didn't realize that my little video had gone up. So if you're interested, go across to www.mybreakthroughschool.com store and get yourself in now. I can only take on so many people, and you'll get some more information there as well. Step 5. You know, this is a completely new addition to my training, and it provides further opportunities to really scale. And I'm talking not just 6-figure, but 7, 8-figure. And, you know, I'm sure you'll agree it's important to keep ahead of the field. You know, I offer one-to-one working for a whole year with, you know, individuals, you know, and I also offer partnership opportunities. You know, we'll go 50-50. We operate, and let's grow businesses together. Sorry about this tickle, guys. Okay, so your must-dos, things you got to take away. Understand who you are and why. You know, believe in yourself. It's easy to say because everyone sort of says it, but what you believe becomes your reality. You know, all you got to do is decide what you want to achieve and then go for it. That's a simple, you know, if anything, if one thing you're going to go take away from this training is that if you want to do it, do it. Nothing's stopping you. What you'll do is you'll come up with a load of excuses why you can't. But what you need to do is take that specific action to move forward. Don't procrastinate. Don't think about it. Procrastination is just an excuse for staying inside your comfort zone. If you keep doing what you've already done and got where you are, you're not going to move. So you showed up today for a reason, and you're very busy. Perhaps it's because you want to uncover your purpose, change your life. Perhaps it's just the financial reasons. You know, perhaps like me, and eventually you develop those fantastic relationships with a partner of your dreams. Perhaps you're looking for a mentor with super experience, perhaps a mentor like my good self. No, but you got 2 choices, and this is great news. From the training that I've given you, you can if you melt down what I've been saying and taking your notes, you can actually use what I've been doing, use what I've been saying, and do it yourself. You know, there's thousands of YouTube videos excuse me, out there. They're not going to give you the how like I do. However, you can do it yourself. That is a pathway you can do. However, in about 12 months' time, you'll be wishing, gosh, I wish I'd gone and worked with Nick. The alternative is, why not come and work with me? And I'm going to show you everything. And what I do and what I say to you guys is that you can work with me. I will work with you for as long as it takes to get your success. I don't do any of these. You know, my programs are 3 months, 12 months. It's for life. I will work with you for life to get the success in every area that you want to meet whatever your success criteria is. You know, no one else does that. The reason I do it, you know, it's from my military background, the military grit, and it's also your success is my success. I'm so passionate about doing it. This is why I moved away from one-to-one work in my clinic to work with groups. That's why I do it. So, introducing my Breakthrough Your Life and Business School. Okay, I give you everything you need, every how. You know, you get my webinars, you get my emails, you get my whole funnels. I work with you to develop anything that you want and get the success that you need. You know, there's 3 pillars. I go through those in the nth until you get it. People work at different rates, and I will be working with you personally, even though you're within a larger group, to make sure that we get the success that you want. You know, so there are some essential strategies. I'm not going to go through these at the moment because I've gone through these 3 pillars before. It's all to do with neurological assessment and training and analysis. It's to do with changing your neurology. It's to do with making sure you get those financial 6-figure income streams sorted out. And it's to do with communications and relationships. You know, some people come to me and they just want to look at the communication and relationship skills, and that's fine. But I do take them back and do the neurofeedback assessments because that is so important. Some people are interested in money. Some people are only interested in money, but I say to them, it's so important that you do the other aspects as well. So anyway, he's someone who I worked with before from USA.
Hello, I'm Jeffrey Hand. I'd like to tell you a little bit about Nick Matthews today. Nick Matthews is one of the most incredible people that I've ever met in my life. One of the first places I met Nick in person was at Las Vegas, Nevada. He was speaking at an event in Las Vegas on stage with some incredible gurus in the online marketing and personal development field, Onyx Singhal and Bob Proctor. And he spoke there in front of the crowd, a large crowd of people in person, and he's online, an even larger crowd of people. He made an incredible difference in people's lives. And I recognized then that Nick was truly a special and unique individual. Hello, I'm Jeffrey.
Well, what can you say from that? Jeff Hand, thank you. Sorry. Thank you so much, Jeff, from Arizona. Okay, these are details of the modules. You know, module 1s are about getting some immediate results to tease open your receptors to what's possible. I open up your mind, and there's some exercises that we do. Module 2 is all about the neurofeedback assessments, the secret sauce. Module 3, we learn about relationships, self-love, and the reasons why you are who you are. You learn where your current reality came into existence and how you can change. We use the amygdala hijack, and we learn about it, which, if used properly and learned properly, this will allow you to double your performance in half the time. You know, every successful person I've worked with, sports person, business person, are using these techniques. You know, we then move on to goals and journal. You know, and the particular thing about this particular module is the 5 journal questions that I've developed over my 40-year career that I want you to start practicing daily. And all this is in the mix, getting you ready for module 5, which helps you to harness your inner strength and discover the doorway of your perception so you can learn to manipulate soft skill systems for your own success. Module 6, right? The best way of making money is through online course creation. So I've got a substantial module just looking at online courses. Module 7, we look at the other areas, you know, the other areas that I've discussed. So we'll start looking at affiliate marketing, setting up your store, and many others. You know, taking control is so important. And in this module, we ensure you got personal excellence. I'll call it military grit. I hope you take it in the right way, but it's getting that grit, that determination to push through hard times, to solve difficult problems. You know, and then module 8 is all about reigniting your relationships so that you can become the most influential person within your particular circles. Module 9 is advanced secrets. We do reinforcement energy work. And I will, you know, as a byproduct of doing your neurological work, I will teach you how to capture energy at any point to give you that positive boost any place. And, you know, I use this with pro sports people when they're going through a lull or a bad point or something bad has happened during a particular game. And they use this methodology to get that grit back, to get them back to where they want to be. And then Twice a month, we'll do masterclass sessions, and twice a month, we'll do Q&A sessions. This is where we can answer questions. I'll give training on particular things. You know, my recent one is on YouTube ads, as I mentioned earlier.
Hi, I'm Nigel Taylor. I just want to address something that I think will be of value to you. For the better part of the last 35 years, I've spent my lifetime working with individuals such as yourself in the area of personal and spiritual development. In that time, I've come across a lot of programs and a lot of people who have presented very, very valuable information which has become life-changing for those who have chosen to walk the path with the teacher who provides the information. Now, one such pathway that has just become aware in my own thinking to me is through someone I've been associated with now for just over a year. His name is Nick Matthews. As a person with great discipline in his mind, who has proven to himself through not only his own life, but also the lives of those with whom he has worked, that there are very simple and very precise principles of mind training and mind consciousness activities that will unlock and move a person from a state where they truly desire not to be to a state where they truly desire to be.
Thanks, Nigel, from Australia, another testimonial. But bring your journey back to today. You know, I use everything I learned to get your success and tackle those biggest issues that might be causing you blocks to get to your success. You know, persistence always wins, which is why I say I will work with you for as long as it takes to get success for you. So I know you're curious about any price, you know, but what's it worth to you to live out your true purpose, possibly get your dream partner and have the adventure of a lifetime, to be in perfect alignment with what you want and need, so you can sleep through the night with no more anxiety, to have no limit on how much you can earn, especially when you can start to help others. You know, to know that you have not only changed your own life, but you have also changed the lives of your children. You know, what's it worth to have a mentor work with you for as long as it needs? You know, to work with me one-to-one, people pay thousands of dollars, but I want to make this program available to you for a fraction of that price. And the good ones, you know, don't waste your money on the other guys charge between $3,000 and $10,000 plus for 3 to 12 months training. However, as I mentioned before, they only focus on one aspect, not all the 3 pillars that you need to get that change. So why it's worth it? You know, there's one thing to consider. You know, within a couple of days of starting work with me, you're going to get a eureka moment, several eureka moments. And as you understand why you've become who you have become and realize what you can do and how to do it, you're going to think that this is magic. And as I've said before, my guarantee is to work with you for as long as it takes. I'll leave no one behind. So why should you trust me? Well, actually, I'm honest, I'm trustworthy, and have high integrity and courage. And this is my commissioning scroll from Her Majesty, Queen Elizabeth II. You know, what other testimonial do you need to show that I've got that trust and integrity you need to work with you? Okay, there's some other people who I've worked with. I've got Zane from Washington, Ella from London, and Aaron from California, all of which have worked with me. I've got Kelly from Vegas, Laura, I won't even try and pronounce her surname, from New Jersey, and I've got Dave from Utah. Right, the retail price of this program is $2,997 or $2,197, but that's not what you're going to pay when you roll today, because for the next 10 hours, next 24 hours, I'm giving 10% off. So you use this breakthrough code, breakthrough LBG Guide 10 at the checkout, and you'll get 10%, bringing the cost down to £1,978 or $2,697. And that's not the whole story, because what I want you to do is succeed. And I'm going to give you I'm going to recover some of the doubts that people have said in the past. You know, they don't have a one-to-one support of the coach. They don't have ready-made products. They don't have access to a list or 1 million plus social media following. So I'm going to give you a heck of a value worth 3-4 times the amount on this for this particular training. You know, you can choose from a list of ready-made products. You know, I'm going to give you access to my social media to test, so you can test the whole income stream process. And you're going to quickly learn how simple this whole process is. You know, you're going to be working with me one-to-one, because everyone who comes on board gets a coaching session with me, and I will give you personal guidance and structure to 100% identify and work on your purpose in life. And together we'll break through your life, right? You're going to test your product for free. I've got 1.5 million followers. And what I'm going to say is that, look, you can send your ads to my list, and I'm going to work with you. That will save you thousands of dollars, thousands of pounds, so you can test before you're ready to launch. So program bonuses are worth over £5,000, $7,000. And you know, those were just some of the bonuses. And there's more to come, guys. You know, today's price is £1,978 or $2,697, and you get everything to achieve what it is that you want. So single payment, or if you don't want the masterclass training or the bonuses, you can get it for £1,397 or $1,947. And again, go and enroll at www.mybreakthroughschool.com/store. You know, perhaps you don't want to do a course with other people. Perhaps you want to just work one-to-one with me. You know, I normally charge $10,000 for 12 months. For today only, it's $7,000. That's a massive 30% reduction. You know, if you want that, email me at nick@mybreakthroughschool.com or set up a call at calendly.com, mybreakthroughschool 15 minutes, and we can have a discussion about what your needs or requirements are. You know, but that's not all, because I want you to really succeed. You know, the first 20 people who enroll are going to get 6 months access to an Ask Nick Anything online members forum. And when you complete the income generation modules, I will personally introduce you to my 1.5 million followers on a live show where you can present your product. So go to the link below to enroll in the program. You know, www.mybreakthroughschool.com/store. It's your final opportunity to get the transformation and results you want. You know, you can, you will, and you do deserve this opportunity. You know, if you're still undecided, set up a breakthrough call. Let's have a coaching call together at calendly.com/mybreakthroughschool/15 minutes. Anytime, just put it in the calendar and we can have a Zoom call together. So this is Kieran from Ireland.
Trust me, give it a try. Nick is the real deal. I'm Kieran McDonald, all the way from Ireland.
Thanks, Kieran. So has anyone got any questions? We've got about 15 minutes. 15 minutes for questions. So I'm going to move away. God, I've got a real cough. Has anyone's got any questions whatsoever? Sorry. Right. Anyone got any questions whatsoever? I'd love to hear your questions that you have. And don't forget a free coaching call with me. Okay. Marilyn, very interesting. Super. Marilyn, I would love to work with you. I'd love to give you the success. I'm interested in which area that is it. Is it the neuroscience? Is it the financial? Is it the relationship side? Which one is it? You know, we can always tweak a program, especially when we do our coaching call. We can work on that. But I'm interested in, is it all three areas, or is it just one, or maybe two? I tell you what, Marilyn, we need to do a coaching course. We can have a coaching call, and I can discuss some things that I can do for you at this moment in time, which will help you. What I can also do for you is I can send you a copy of my PDF. It's a 40-page booklet, and I'll take you through one of the neurofeedback assessments and analysis, which could help you. Odette, hello, Odette. Bravo to you. Wishing you enormous success. I have to jump off now. Hey, super, Odette. Thank you for coming along. So, guys, any more questions? Do we have any more questions? Guys, this is a bargain, honestly. Any more questions? I'll open it up for a little while longer. Look, you know my email address, and you know where we can go for a coaching call. So I will leave it with you for now. It's been fantastic offering my training to you this evening or this afternoon for those guys in the States. And I hope to hear from you soon. Okay, I'll see you later. Bye, guys.